Hi, and welcome back to Wisdom from the Angels. Hi, my name is Carolyn, and I want to welcome you to another reading for the community. If you're new, welcome, 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 welcome to the tribe, welcome to the family. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it for email notification of new videos as I upload. If you are returning, welcome, welcome, welcome back. I'm so glad to have all of you here on the channel. This channel is about messages of inspiration coming from the angelic realm. And I use both angel and oracle cards to bring messages forth for our guidance, for inspiration, and to support us along our own journeys, both as a community and as our individual lives take off. All right? Everything you need to know about me is in the box below. And if you'd like to arrange a 15-minute chat, we can do that. They usually end up being 20, but they're free. And if you're interested in my services, we can talk. If you're interested in finding a practitioner, we can talk. Or if you just want to talk, we can talk. But, send me an email and we'll arrange that. Like I said, everything is about me is in the box below. The one thing that is going to be different for this particular reading is I am taking time off. It's the end of the year. It has been a very long year, in some ways a very blessed year, and other ways a very challenging year, as it has been, I'm sure, for most of us. However, we've also suffered a death in our family. So I'm going to take some time off to just sort of do a woosah. And I will be back in January. I'm returning on January the 7th, which I believe is a Friday. And that will be my first reading for 2021. I will not be doing the full moon meditation that I normally do on the full moon. So my next moon meditation will be in January. And I'll announce that when that is coming up. Okay? So I just wanted you to know when you don't see me that it is for that reason that I am taking a break, and I'm going to put that in the box below. Feel free to go ahead and reach out and send me an email if you're interested, and we can set something up after I return on January the 7th. Why did I say November 7th? Let me make a note of that. And we can go ahead and set up something at that time. But just understand I won't be answering any emails or texts until that time happens. Okay? All right. So let's get into the read for today. All right? Now, many times people will say to me, your readings resonate. Or were you talking to me? And I'm so happy to hear that. In the comment sections, I look for the comments because I don't know what's going on unless you tell me. If it's resonating, yay! If it's not, I understand, no worries. If you think someone would like it and you want to share it, please feel free to do so. And also, just leave a comment, and that maybe your comment might help someone else. Okay? All right. There are going to be some new things coming to the channel in January. And that's going to sort of build over the course of the year. And more information about angels and all kinds of series I'm going to be doing around the subject of angels and how they can really impact our lives in a very positive, wonderful, loving way. Okay? All right. We're going to go ahead and get into the reading. First, we're going to start off by clearing the air. Okay, the two words that I keep hearing, and it came up when I was doing the summer. What is with me? The winter solstice was the two words I heard then and now: peace and prosperity. So that is going to be my mantra for 2021. And I'm sharing it with you because you might want to think about how you see peace in your life and prosperity and how it shows up. Okay? All right. So let's call in the angels. I always have my trusty pink quartz, and today I'm going to hold it in my right hand, and we're going to use the heart link, which is joining the middle finger and the thumb, to start an energetic thread going up into the angelic realm. And what it is on this channel is I'm channeling angel messages for all of us. Okay? All right. So, angels, archangels, ascended masters, spirit guides, our own personal teams, our guardian angels, the cherubs, the seraphims, come into this reading. Ascended masters, beings from all space, time, and galaxies, come into this reading, surround us, guide us, protect us, and bring forth the message that is so important for us to receive today. Bring forth the messages as we each go on our own collective journey. And we are so grateful and thankful for all you do in our life. We're so grateful and thankful for all the many ways you show up in our life. And we're so grateful and thankful for our journeys. Thank you, angels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, again, I'm still hearing peace and prosperity. All right, so I hope that 2021 is full of a lot more peace than we had in 2020 and years in the past. And I hope that we are headed down the road to really an abundance and prosperity. I'm hoping that it overflows for each and every one of us. Okay? All right. So, as always, I let you know which decks I am working with. And today I'm going to be working with the Archangel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. I'm also going to be using Angel Answers by Radley Valentine and Wisdom from the Oracles by Colette Baron-Reed. All right, so we're going to be looking at those three decks. I've already done the shuffle. I've already done the pull, because to be honest with you, this is the second time I've tried to do this video today. And we're going to make sure the phone is cut off so that we don't get another interruption like we did the last time. But, and I only took the call because it was pretty important. It was from a neighbor. Anyway, so we're going to get into the read, okay? The first card that came out is an unfinished symphony. What that means is, and what that's speaking to, is something is unfinished right now. It hasn't completely come to fruition. There are things going on behind the scenes, and things do show up in divine timing. And so we're being asked to just be patient. Now, I'm a Virgo. Patience is not a trait we are familiar with, and I've really had to learn that trait over the last few years. And so we're being asked to really, whatever this unfinished symphony is in your life, it could be, well, if we're looking at 2020 started off with the full moon in Cancer. Cancer is all about our homes, our relationships, our feeling good. So where in 2020 were things unfinished? What did you value about 2020? What about 2020 made you stop and pause? What surprises came up for you in 2020? What questions did you have around the things that showed up in your life? Did your shadow side show up in your life? And have you made friends with that shadow part of you? Does your home reflect who you are? Does your home show how you value and love yourself? Are you comfortable in your home? Those are the kinds of questions you can ask yourself. Because the next card that's coming up is saying a higher power is working with us. I'm sorry. Also, the unfinished symphony is number 10. The 1 and the 0, in numerology, when we add those together, we get the number 1. So that's in sync with a new beginning. A new beginning because the symphony isn't finished yet. It's still being written. A higher power is the next card. So there's a higher power, and gosh, I wish this would come in closer. Better. There we go. A higher power is something that is working on our behalf, and it's working on the relationship, it's working on whatever is not finished in your life. And it is saying, give it a chance to come to be. Because the next card that comes up is new life. And you see this beautiful being waking up, sort of breathing in this new life. And that's one thing you can do, especially if you're off or you have time over this between now and the new year. Get out in nature. Take some deep breaths. Start to look at what a new life could look like for you. What values could show up in that life? How would you like your relationships, since we are dealing with Cancer all year? How would you like your relationships to look? How would you like to feel when you are in these relationships? Or is it time to let them go? Is it time to just let them be? Is it time to just let them show up in whatever format they show up in? And be accepting of that. Or another thing is new life, new boundaries, new healthy boundaries. Okay? I had not heard that word until I was an adult, possibly because I'm older than many of you. But new healthy boundaries are called for. And this is what's coming up in this reading. And it also is showing here, and the words on the card are fork in the road. And the number 4 is playing out here, and the number 1 is playing out here. And it's telling us we are at a new place. Now, is it because of the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in Aquarius? Could be. It could also be because we're still in solstice season. We're still feeling that energy. It could also be that we're also winding down this year of 2020, which was the number 4, and this is a 4 card. It's the number 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. We're winding this down, and we also had the 4 with higher power. I can't see what this number is. New life, I think it's 32. 39, 1 and 2 is 3. And that's about things needing to be shifted. Things needing to be handled in a different way. Maybe new perspectives are needed. Maybe new ways of evaluating what's going on are needed. Maybe it is time to step back and allow yourself time to heal and take whatever time that is. You know, we get caught up in our feelings and our emotions and our egos, and we get caught up in our hurts and our pains. And sometimes we forget that other people are also going through their stuff. And I'm not saying it's easy, because it's played out in my life. It is not. And someone who's very significant in my life, to me, I love them dearly. We have been at butting heads most of this year. And most of this year, it has been a contentious relationship, and I'm sure neither one of us want that. And healthy boundaries are being put in place for me to protect myself and to allow myself to heal. And I'm going to be good because I made that decision. And here we go, Archangel Ariel. Archangel Ariel is about wisdom and guiding us toward wisdom. And the message here is, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. And what this says is, you know what to do. And the lantern that he's showing you is showing you the way. You know what to do. Why are you not taking action? Are you living in fear? Remember, we talked about that. The two guiding forces of our universe are fear and love. If you're living in fear, you're not taking action. When you decide, you know what, I've had enough, and you decide to take action, you are loving yourself. You're loving yourself enough to no longer be in a place where you can be hurt. And the person that I'm having this issue with recently, I got a punch to the gut, metaphorically. I didn't see coming. And it hurt. And so I'm going to take time to heal. And I advise all of you to do the same. Because the boundary I'm putting in place is going to work for me. I'm not concerned about how it works for anyone else, because I'm the one in charge of my life. And so the next card that's coming up is Archangel Gabriel. And Gabriel and Uriel are all about guidance and all about dispensing wisdom. And Gabriel is about leading us to what is right for us. And the message here is creative writing. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal and pen an article or a book. And start to really look at, what are you ready to let go of? Write it out, get it out of you. Just the physical act of doing that can really release a lot of energy around a situation. And so, one of the great things we have is texting and email. One of the worst things we have is texting and email, because a lot gets lost in that. And I implore you, if someone is asking of you to, hey, our relationship means a lot to me, can we sit down and talk? A lot of things can be cleared up having a mature adult conversation. You may have misunderstood something in a text or an email. When you refuse to speak to someone about it, to clear it up and try and get to an understanding, I'm not saying it has to be right. I'm not saying that it has to be made right at that moment, but understand what in the world is going on. And sometimes that can cause more pain to the other person when you don't tell them than if you had told them from the beginning. The next card is Beloved One, Archangel Chamuel. And Chomuel is all about unconditional love. And I do love this person unconditionally. And I'm sharing my story with you so that you can start to see. I don't just get on here and do this because I don't have anything else to do. I enjoy doing these readings. And, it may not show up in how many subscribers I have, but I love doing angel card readings. I love working with the angels, even when I'm doing an energy session. And yeah, I've got 15, maybe more certifications. But what I do with that is I integrate that into a session. I remember a client said, well, I was looking for a life coach. I said, what do you think we've been doing? Oh, what do you think when I say to you and give you prompts? I said, I wear all those hats into my sessions. And I integrate all of what I have. I bring all of that into each session with each client. This isn't a cookie cutter thing that I do. And doing these readings here on YouTube, it takes a lot of energy. And to do it over and over and over again. And there are tarot readers and oracle readers and angel readers out there who've been around longer than I have. But it takes an enormous amount of energy to do this, especially when you do it consistently. And that's one of the reasons I'm taking a break. And I hope I don't lose anyone, but if I do, I thank you for joining us. Hope you'll come on back. Beloved One, here we go with Archangel Chamuel again. Unconditional love. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Remember, a soulmate relationship does not necessarily mean that it is a romantic relationship. It could be someone that you've had karma with in many, many lifetimes. That in this lifetime you've joined up again to do this dance again. And by doing this dance, you are each showing up and working on stuff that needs to be brought up, released, and embraced with love. Unconditional love. The next card that comes out, and I laugh because remember the two words I said that keep coming up. Peace and prosperity. Well, we get the prosperity card. And it's Archangel Ariel. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams in reality. I advise each and every one of you, set an intention no matter what you're doing. When you're starting out your day, An intention can be, today is going to be a great day. You're going to wash the dishes. I am going to do my best job. You are playing with your pets. I am enjoying myself. Set an intention. Set an intention for 2021. You can change it if you need to, but just sit, get quiet, go within, meditate, pray. Set an intention for 2021. My intention for 2021 is going to be to sustain the peace I have in my life and to be open to prosperity in all forms, because it can show up in many different ways. The next card that comes up is listen to your intuition. And that's what the angels have been saying. Not just as look to them for support, but also listen to your gut. Do what you feel is right for you. Make the healthy boundaries that are right for you. Because what can come out of all of this is reconsider what is going on. Reconsider that maybe you don't have all the facts. Reconsider that maybe the facts you have, maybe they just don't resonate with you. Maybe it's time to let the situation or this relationship go. Just let it go. Give it up to the angels to work on. And here's what can happen. Big, happy changes. Imagine this time next year. Is this where you want to be next year? In the same place you are today? Or do you want to see happy, big changes happen in your life? That begins with you taking action. You cannot just show up and say, angels, and go down a whole list of things you want and then go sit down and twiddle your thumbs. You have to take action. Take a leap of faith. I shared with you my leap of faith of driving across country from Brooklyn to California. And I landed in a place that I'd never heard of before. And settled here for the time being. And I kept hearing it's for healing. And it has been a very healing place for me. And Santa Barbara County has showed me many angels that I didn't know when I first landed here. But, you know, I'm maybe a little more open-minded and open-hearted than most. As my daughter would say, hippy-dippy. But I landed here in this beautiful little town, an 8-minute walk to the beach, you know, and just have a seat and see the Pacific Ocean as the waves come and go, and just watch nature, and watch the sharks swim up and down, and watch the dolphins swim up and down, and watch the people on their kayaks and parasailing. And the other day we had drones on the beach. Just to watch all of this life happening in front of you like a movie going on. Because when you are allowing yourself to really participate in life and enjoy nature and enjoy all the blessings you have, that is the universe saying yes to you. It is saying yes in a big way. Now, maybe not the way you were expecting the yes to show up. Maybe not the way you've told the angels you wanted to show up. But the universe is saying, we got this. And all of this is going to happen in divine timing, not ours. I have to remind myself of that too. And it's going to work out. Because this too shall pass. As someone reminded me, it can't rain forever. And it cannot. And in my world, the light is at the end of the tunnel was not an oncoming train. And it was a beautiful, beautiful sun. And it keeps getting better and better each and every day. And I wish the same for you in your life. All right? So, please enjoy your holiday season. Call on the angels for support. Not sure who to call on? You don't have to Google it. Save yourself a step. Say to the angels in the angelic realm, get the flock in here. That's what we say on this channel. So again, if you're not sure what angels to call on, say, Get the flock in here and start to see how your life really begins to change when you trust enough in the angels. They will not show up in your life without your permission. They will not do anything that you do not wish for them to do. And they will not take over your free will. So if they tell you go right and you go left, that's your free will. You accept those consequences. Remember, we are all at a fork in the road. And we truly are. Are we going to drag into 2021 what we went through in 2020? Or are we going to release it and let it go? Are we ready to take on this new life that is waiting for each and every one of us? Are we going to let that symphony get finished? Remember Unfinished Symphony? And are we going to allow for higher power to come in and work with us? And are we going to also rely on Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Ariel? And Ariel is in charge of the animals and the planet and the people and the pets and the babies. So are we going to let the angels down and not rely on them when we can call them in anytime for anything? Call them in for a parking space. Start there if you don't believe they're trying to help you out. And see what happens. The other day I said, I think I'll get a poinsettia. I think I'll come back because I had no more hands left, and I walked to the store and I was like, I can't carry one home. And I said that like in the afternoon, and that evening my neighbor left one on my front step saying, thank you for being such a wonderful neighbor all year. And I was like, see how things show up? Angels are listening. So also listen to your intuition. Don't let someone else tell you should do this, you shouldn't do that. I'm going to lecture you and tell you how to live your life. No, don't let that happen. And if it starts to happen, tell the person, stop lecturing me. Stop lecturing me. And maybe reconsider how you might have responded or seen a situation to allow in for big, happy changes to occur so that we can all jump up and down and say yes to that new beginning, because we made the choice to show up in our lives. We made the choice to be genuinely present. And that takes a lot. That takes a lot. So I implore you to please find your happy place and really think about how would you like 2020 to be in your life? What is the chapter you're going to write about that? And how do you leave that behind to start this new wonderful life, a new beginning? And that's what a new year brings, a new beginning. Let's all look forward to a brand new beginning. This full moon at the end on December 29th is in Cancer. And again, about the home, about how we value ourselves, how we see our homes, how we see this world around us. Don't get caught up in all the media and the social media stuff. Look within. Look at your home. Look at your space. Look at your life. Because from there, you really then can support your community. And again, this is the last reading I'm doing for 2020. And don't forget, not sure of which angels, get the flock in here. Have an amazing holiday season if all you do is celebrate you. That's a lot. I love each and every one of you, and I'm throwing out love to all of you. And I pray you're safe. I pray you're healthy. I pray your loved ones are too. And from my heart to each and every one of you, may peace and prosperity show up in your lives. And may you really begin to embrace your life in a new and exciting way. Because remember, higher power is working on our behalf, on this unfinished symphony that we have, to help us choose a new fork in the road so that we can have this new life. And 2021 is offering that up to us. And you don't have to wait a week to start it. Every day when we wake up, we can start on a new path if we make that choice. Choose wisely. Come on back in 2021, January 7th. I'll be back, I promise. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for 2020. And thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you, subscribers. I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. Please take care. Namaste.